What's up, guys? Matocaster here, and today, yes, once again, we are in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 because I just can't get enough of it. I've been going on a roll of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 videos. There's been one or two Flight Simulator 2020 videos thrown in, but really, I've just been playing a lot of CMS 18 because I love it. I really do enjoy it, and you guys seem to be getting a kick out of it too, so I figured let's just keep this thing going. Right? I think the most exciting part is finding our next project car. Like just going to the barns, going to the auctions, maybe today we'll go to the junkyard, see what we find in the junkyard, and build us out something pretty cool. Yeah, we still got the Mercury, the DeLorean in there. With that being said, let's go check out, the junkyard. See what the junkyard has for us today. And here we are at our beloved junkyard. Guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe. I hope you're sane. I hope everything is going great for you. I cannot complain. All is well here. Let's start digging around, see what we can find. This looks to be a Mustang right here. Yes, this would be a Mustang. Look at that. That's got the, okay, to be honest with you, in real life, IRL, my first car was a 67 Ford Mustang, and it had these exact things in the hood, and actually right in there, this little spot here, turn signal indicators. So when you turn your turn signal on, there's a little light that flashes in there. Cool little piece of history. Looking at the side, this is a 68. 67 had more of a vent thing that came out to about here, and then had little vents that went in there. This is a 68 Mustang Fastback. Interior looks good. There's hardly any of it left. It's got the little disc brake logo, so we know it's we can see that it's a manual car. It's got the little disc brake logo, Mustang floorboards. Yeah, this thing needs a lot of work, a lot of love. What's under the hood here? Yeah, oh man, this thing is missing a ton of stuff, and they want, $4,430. While that may sound like a good deal, let's look up here. Global body condition, 8%. Global parts condition, 11. Frame condition, 25. Interior, 14. This is a major project, and I think we can do better. It's sad to see one in the junkyard and to leave it. I wouldn't do that in real life for that money, but this is CMS 18. We can do better. We know we can, right? There's this bus. I've had some comments about doing a bus. This one I can't do anything with. There's no way to interact. I can't do this, but I will continue to look in the workshop and DLC to find out if there is a bus. I think you know who you are, the guy that's been asking me about a bus. I'd love to do one for you. Keeping my eyes peeled, but so far, no luck on a bus. Still not finding a whole lot out here. Looks like not much here today. Yeah, not really much at the junkyard today. That was about the only thing, and it really needs way more than we could do. We'll find, but you know how many Mustangs they made, even fastbacks. We'll find a better candidate for restoration than that one. So let's go check out some barns, do some barn finds. Okay, and here we are. Oh, there's a Ford Bronco. What is this over here? This is a very small barn. What the heck is this? It's a dragster. This looks like a C1 Corvette frame, like a gasser. What do we got? Chevrolet Corvette C1 gasser. $19,699 for this. I get it. That's an amazing engine, and you get a lot of swap options. But I would rebuild this. V8 2-carb overhead valve supercharged. But man, that's a lot of money to ask for this. For a really kick-ass go-kart with a ridiculous power plant. What really gets me here is this Bronco. Oh, it's got the straight six in it even. So yeah, the no swap options, straight six Bronco. We do have the off-road track. So now we've got Bronco Mark 1 2.8 liter inline six. 12,874 car value, 12,822. be paying a little more than it's worth, but at the same time, I mean, Bronco, right? I'm loving it. You're coming home. Let's buy this Bronco. And then we can take it out on the, what's going to be really exciting is, put it in the garage, is putting it on the off-road track. Now we have our car. Fantastic. Our truck, Bronco. All right. Wow. It's got a very odd colored, like topper type roof thing. But it doesn't matter. It's a friggin' Ford Bronco, first generation. I mean, these things are going for crazy money now. And they're cool. They're just straight up cool. I didn't even look at the interior. I got so excited, but it looks like we did well. Looks like good interior. Very nice. I'm digging on this Bronco. I'm actually really stoked about doing inline 6. This will be really cool because that's a fantastic engine, a super, super reliable engine for Ford. It's pretty much a tractor engine almost, and how good it was, how torquey it was, how reliable it was. Just a fantastic engine. So I'm excited to rebuild that. I'm more excited to try this Bronco out on the off-road track and see how well we can build it and do some off-roading. All right, guys, let's send this thing to the car lifter A. There she goes. Pull out, and we got it. Now we can stick our engine right there. Perfect. And then let's put this back where it came from. And I like to take care of everything under the hood first. Get to our brake master cylinder, get that out of here. Our cooling system, our battery, actually, there. Cooling system. And that looks like everything. Get the welder over there. See what we can fix on the frame. And use, yep. Put you back. That definitely helped out for sure. I actually kind of dig this color right here. That's not bad at all. This up here, not so much. But I do dig that. I don't know if we'll go with that or not. We'll see. I highly doubt it actually, because there were so many cool colors on these old Broncos. Okay, on to our wonderful straight 6. So I've never actually torn one of these apart. This is going to be new for me. And hopefully maybe new for you. Look at this little carburetor. Cute. This little valve cover. The thing about these engines, yeah, they're not big. They're not impressive. They're not like, you know, something absolutely huge. It's amazing. But they were torquey, super torquey, which is great for off-road type stuff. They definitely do well for that. Provide the torque needed for off-road stuff. We've got a lot of little rockers and push rods to pull out here, all in a nice little row. All right, time to pull the head off here. And we have 6 very dirty pistons. Grab this distributor. Oh, we gotta get the clips off, of course. Get the rotor out of there. Distributor out. Oil filter. This is cool. This has the old school fuel pump mounted on the side here. We haven't seen that a whole lot in our series. Get this belt off. And we can get the power steering pump off, which is cool. This is a power steering Bronco. Very cool. It's cool to do this. It's a little bit different. Quite a bit different than the V8s that I usually like to do. Water pump off. And we can get this harmonic balancer. Got a little timing cover here. And we can pull that timing chain. And this gear here. Pull the cam gear out. Pull this arm off. As well as this one here. Okay, that looks like everything up here. We can flip the motor over. Pull the oil pan off. Oh, only 4 bolts on this here, huh? Then we can start pulling these guys out one by one. Okay, pulled that engine apart successfully. Come over to the repair bench and see what we can repair. Looks like we got quite a bit there, actually. Look at our inventory here. There's a lot of stuff that's a little concerning on this one that we couldn't fix, like the gearbox. That's big money. Drive shaft, it's not too expensive. Starter. I totally understand not being able to fix the clutch, throwout bearing, pressure plate, flywheel, obviously exhaust stuff. This stuff here, we were able to repair the carburetor. That's nice. Did well here. Rockers understandable. Push rods understandable. Don't need to worry about the spark plugs. We were able to repair the head, which is fantastic. And then even the distributor cap, rotor, the clips, the ever important clips. We will need a distributor, oil filter, fuel pump, things like that. We were able to repair a lot of stuff that's encouraging. Water pump, timing cover. Some of the stuff gets a little pricey. Engine block is a big one. Crankshaft is a big one. So yeah, this actually isn't too bad. Went on a bit of a shopping spree. And now we can build our engine. And since it's laid up this way, we can go ahead and start with the bottom end. Put the crank in, get these pistons in. Those are in, and everything looks to be happy. We can put our oil pan on with our 4 little bolts, because that's totally how that works in real life. We'll get this thing rotated back over. Oh, so fancy, so shiny, so good. Look at that. All right, let's get some parts on here. Let's build out the front of the engine. Let's put our arm on here, water pump. Do our alternator, might as well. Water pump pulley. Ignition coil B. Might as well insert our camshaft. There we go. Get our cam gear on. That way we can build our timing set out. And timing chain. Timing chain cover. This is going to be one nice little off-roader right here. Then our harmonic balancer. Then we can put our serpentine belt A. And then get our arm A. So we can mount our power steering pump, which is here. Then we can get our other belt on. And our fan. There you go. Get our old school style fuel pump on here, which is fantastic. Love seeing that modeled in the game. Oil filter on. Ignition distributor. I did buy a performance distributor. Figured why not. Make up a little bit of horsepower. Hopefully low end torque for what we got going on here. Get our clips on. And our head. Very important part. Torque to spec. Spark plugs. Guys, I hope you're doing awesome. I always say that, but I truly mean it. I really do. I hope you're doing awesome. There's enough negativity going on. Let's put some positive vibes out there, you know what I mean? Every one of these push rods in, and then set the rockers. Alrighty. That is taken care of. Oh, we need our fuel filter, which I don't have one of those yet. Not a big deal. We'll worry about that when we get there. Get our exhaust manifold put on here. And then our intake manifold. And our cool little single barrel, looks like, carburetor. You'll see it's already got a fuel filter built into the front of it. I'm not going to split hairs here. Air filter. And the air filter cover. If I can get there. There it is. Nice. We still need to do our wires and our fuel filter, but I'll take care of that right now. Decided to do the performance one since I have performance plugs there and whatnot, and figure, hey, why not with the fuel filter? Performance one of that as well. Not going crazy performance nuts with this engine. I think this will be absolutely fantastic. A nice, mild, perfect little Bronco build for high torque and fun times. Let's address the body here. Take off these fenders. See what we can repair here. The hood. This front end off. The grill. License plate and bumper. And take the headlights out while we're here. And there. Yeah, I got that all disassembled. And let's see what we can repair. If there's anything. Yeah, let's take this off. Looks like this tailgate needs some attention. We take that off. Can we take the top off? We sure can. It's a Bronco. Love it. And our rear bumper. Let's get our taillights out of here. See if any of this needs any work. It looks like that's pretty much all we can pull apart there. Man, I love this thing. Look at that interior. Might as well take the doors off. Notice the driver's side needed a little work. This one doesn't look horrible. Few light scratches. That's cool looking. I dig that. I'd just drive it like that. All right, let's repair this stuff here. Looks like we could repair all of it, which is fantastic. We're not going to put that all back together just yet, just because I like the way this looks right now. It looks like a true work in progress project. Let's get this thing up in the air and address any drivetrain issues and exhaust. Let's get this front. Okay, so that's all together. I see. So that drive shaft doesn't come off. I gotcha. All right, well then it's on to suspension and braking system. Let's get this tire off of here. And we have drum brakes up front. Going very traditional on this one, huh? Old school 4x4. Nothing wrong with that. The outer tie rod, inner tie rod. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Actually, I don't know if I've ever done a setup like this. Now, before we take that leaf spring out, let's get these rubber bushings. That U-bolt. Okay, how does this come apart? That has to go first? Yes. Yeah, I don't know if I've done one of these at all. This is pretty cool. Okay, the spring plate off and that leaf spring out. All right. On to the other side. Okay. And all that pulled apart. All right, let's get to mounting some parts. Get this front drive axle in. And then you put the drive shaft in from there. That's how that works. Get our leaf spring on. New rubber bushings. The small rubber bushings. Steering knuckle. And that front steering knuckle mount. All nice new shiny parts. Wheel hub. Our axle in there. Oh, we need to mount our leaf spring, don't we? Before I get too far ahead of myself. U-bolt on here. We might as well put our shock absorber on. Okay, that looks good. Brake shoe. And then we'll be ready for our brake drum, and that is it. Such a simple setup up here. Might as well put our steering... Oh, yep, we still got to do our inner and outer tie rods. I was getting ahead of myself. There we go. And we are ready for our wheel and tire. On to the next side. Alrighty, that is done. Onto the rear axle here. Get this tire off of here. Get our drum here. I think I'm going to go with a little more aggressive tires. Yet I want to kind of retain somewhat of a stock look, but go with a little bit more aggressive on the tires. Because, I mean, it's a Bronco, right? I mean, stock, they came with really small little bias ply type tires. But there's not much fun in that. Get the leaf spring plate off. And then the leaf spring comes out. Get the shock absorber off. And that is that on that side. Okay, axle out. Might as well take out the fuel pump and fuel tank here. All right, let's get our fuel tank in here. Then our fuel pump. Rear drive axle. Knuckle housing. Let's get our leaf spring in first. Spring plate. U-bolts. There you are. Rear shock absorber B. Put in our rubber bushings while we're thinking about it. There we go. All right, onto the wheel hub. Rear drive axle. Then from there, it's really just brakes. Brake shoes and our brake drum. That's that side done. On to the other. Okay, that pretty much does it there. So looking at tires here, I like the off-road tire. What came on it? Let's get that ready. We need 15-inch because keeps that kind of classic look. Also, our rims are 15-inch. Works well with it. The width was 190 is what came on it. I want to go a little bit wider. Let's say like a 205, maybe 215. Let's do a 205, and then the profile. At 80. I don't want to make it look too balloonish. So maybe just go 85. So a little bit wider, a little bit taller. I think that'll look good. Let's get those mounted. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, any taller would have been a little bit too ridiculous. And I like the slightly wider. I think that fits really well with the rim we're working with, and it'll work well with the look of the Bronco. Yeah, that looks good. Let's get these mounted and balanced. All right, just waiting on the final tire to be, wheel and tire combo to be balanced, and there it is, and we can take this and start mounting them on our Bronco, see how it looks. We don't really have a fender on this side to get a good reference, but we'll get that on there next. How about that? Yeah, I think that fits. That fits well with what we're working with here. We'll really see it in the back. Oh yeah, nice and beefy. Not overkill, but definitely capable. All right, now we got all those on there. Let's put our fenders on. Put on the whole front end here. Get this clamshell on first, and we can put in our front grille here. I love that. So classy. I love the first generation Bronco. As does a lot of other people with the excitement over the new Bronco. We'll just go ahead and use these plates. Why not? And let's mount our fenders. Let's see what it looks like with those wheels and tires. Oh yeah, that works. Works well. Get our door in here. How did our mirrors come out? Good. How's our glass? Glass. It's not perfect, but we're not gonna get that worked up over it. We can still see through it. It's glass, right? It's a Bronco. It doesn't have to be pristine. It's gonna get abused a little bit. That glass is in better shape. Put on our side mirror. Oh yeah, I'm digging this. Not totally crazy about the color. We're gonna address that. Let's go ahead and mount our taillight here. Get our, they call it a trunk, but that's a tailgate as far as I see it. Our spare holder there. And I guess we don't put a license plate back here on this one. Oh, there it is. That makes sense. Left taillight. I feel like I want to leave the top off for now. It looks so good. But we'll put it on there because if we want to paint it, we'll see if we can two-tone this. Which it looks like we can. Put that in there. Oh, we need... What do they call this? I mean, it's a roll bar is what it is, but what are they calling it? Apparently we need it. Install our flywheel. Our clutch plate. Let's get our pressure plate on here. Can't recall if I bought a starter for this or not. Let's get our throwout bearing in. Gearbox. It's in good shape. Perfect. And then starter. Accessible from engine bay. It's right here. I can get to it. Let's get our exhaust on. Might as well install this drive shaft here. Spin around and grab this end. Here we go. Get our middle muffler and our rear muffler. I think that's all we need to worry about under here. Take care of that starter. Yep, got to start it. Perfect. Okay. I think that looks good. Let's move it over here and see if we can take care of that roll bar issue. See if it's an interior piece. Let's move you to Garage entrance A. Look at that Bronco. That is so cool. Love it. This interior is really nice. Speaking of, let's take care of that real quick. Move you over to the Bronco. Get you all cleaned up. Yes. Okay, now the interior is all detailed. Looks about the same to me, but hey. Boom. There we go. It is in. Shut the doors now and move you over to, let's see what we do on the dyno. Move you to dyno. I mean, I imagine it's just going to make what it makes stock, but it's always a curiosity. I like to run the dyno just to see, and also to see if it'll start. Will it start? Apparently it will. Let's run the dyno. The stock factory engine horsepower is 148 horsepower, 221 foot-pound of torque, which with the inline six, they're torquey, fun little motors. I've owned a few. So we have made a little extra, 172 horsepower and a 253 foot-pound of torque. So we made some good percentage gains there. 16 on the horsepower and almost 15 on the torque. Perfect. Let's move you to paint shop. Now, obviously, what goes through my head when I think about a first generation Bronco is the baby blue with the white top. We'll play with it and we'll see what we like. Okay, so under livery 3 is where you can have the white top. That's perfect. Love it. So let's play with the colors on the body here. You know, I've circled back around to the blue. I just dig it. It's just fitting for a first generation Bronco with a little bit of modification with the bigger tires. I'm digging it. All right, on to the exciting part. Let's go to the off-road track and see what this thing can do. Man, this looks good. I really like that. That is nice. Okay, enough drooling over it. This works. On to the off-road track. Here we are in our Bronco. The off-road track. Let's see what she can do. It's got good articulation, that old school setup. Gonna use the engine to go down that decline there. It sounds good. Oh, I wonder if it's gonna climb this. Here's a true test right here. Might need a little momentum. There's a big rock right there. We hit it. Yeah, not quite, huh? Hit that rock big time there, and we made it. Beautiful. King of the hill, right? Okay, now this is going to be a bit tricky. And we're getting there. Made it. There we go. Get it back in gear. Can we jump it? That's going to be the big goal here. Let's climb this thing here without high centering. There we go. And made it over that. Made it over that. Probably dented our rockers. Who cares? It's not modeled in the game, so I'm not worried about it. Do a little rock crawling here. I haven't been on the off-road track in a long, long time, so this is awesome. Revisiting this. I forgot how much stuff was here. There's a little bit of a jump. And there's one too. For good measure. Got a little bit of air there. Okay, let's really jump something. What do we got here? Let's see, can we hit it? There it is. About rolled it over. There's a good one. There it is. Oh, and saved it from rolling over. Very nice. This Bronco is awesome. I could spend all day out here just doing this stuff. I'm excited to maybe build a high horsepower off-road. Maybe we'll do that with the Jeep or something. Do just like a high horsepower, because I don't think this thing can climb this. Maybe it can. Oh no. Looks like it could. We've got enough speed. Let's try from the interior. Haven't really drove from the interior yet in here. Oh, that is creepy. Oh, that is creepy. I can't see anything. Oh, it did it. The Bronco did it. Time to go back down. I can't see anything. Headed for rocks. And we pulled it off. That is so cool. All right. Let's see what we can get for this thing. Again, it's not 100% perfect, but it's a Bronco. Like, the glass isn't absolutely perfect, but what do we care? It's a Bronco. This all came out beautiful. I think it looks really, really nice. All right, let's see. It now says we have a value of $26,248 with a restoration bonus of $1,968. So let's go to sell the car, see what we actually get. We want to sell for $28,216. Why, yes we do. Goodbye, Bronco. You will be missed, and we are now back over $200,000. Okay, and after selling off the inventory of the parts that we took off that we could not repair, we are now at $202,859. So, guys, this is the profit that we made off of our Bronco. This was a fun one for sure. I love anything with the off-road track, so I'm really excited to get on that Jeep and then really play with the off-road track again. Guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. All your support lately has been absolutely amazing. It is truly appreciated. I hope you stay healthy, safe, and sane through all this craziness. And guys, as always, I'll see you in the next one.